Navigating customs clearance with export licenses. Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about navigating customs clearance with export licenses. I know this topic can seem a little daunting, but don't worry, I'm here to break it down for you in a way that's easy to understand. So, without further ado, let's get started. What is an export license? An export license is a document issued by the government that allows you to export certain goods or services from one country to another. The purpose of an export license is to ensure that the goods or services being exported are not restricted or prohibited by the government. Why do I need an export license? There are a few reasons why you might need an export license. First, some goods or services are restricted or prohibited from being exported from one country to another. For example, you may need an export license to export military equipment or technology. Second, some countries require an export license for all goods or services that are exported from their country. This is often done to collect taxes or to track the flow of goods and services. Finally, some countries require an export license for goods or services that are considered to be sensitive or strategic. This is done to protect the country's national security or economic interests. How do I get an export license? The process for getting an export license varies depending on the country you're exporting from and the goods or services you're exporting. In general, you'll need to submit an application to the government agency that regulates exports. The application will typically include information about the goods or services you're exporting, the country you're exporting to, and the purpose of the export. The government agency will review your application and decide whether or not to issue an export license. The decision-making process can take anywhere from a few days to a few months. What happens if I don't have an export license? If you export goods or services without an export license, you could face serious consequences. In some cases, you may be fined or even imprisoned. You could also be held liable for any damages that result from the export. So, it's important to make sure you have the proper export licenses before you export any goods or services. Navigating customs clearance with export licenses can be a complex process, but it's important to understand the rules and regulations so that you can avoid any problems. If you have any questions about export licenses, be sure to contact the government agency that regulates exports in your country. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any other questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below.